Welcome back to the HR Happy Hour work break. It is Trish and Steve. Hey, Steve Bose.
Hey, Trish McFarland, how are you today?
I'm good. So our work breaks are either non-existent or I'm starting to learn that they happen like at the very end of the day. It is 4:15 where I am, 5:15, I guess, where you are. I don't know, does that count as a work break?
For me,
Happy hour?
it is officially happy hour, although I'm still on the Diet Coke. But yeah, this work break could be it for today. I don't know. No, there'll probably be some more work later. I am editing a podcast still that we want to post tomorrow,
Yeah.
actually, that we did with our friend Heidi Spirgy from Cornerstone On Demand that will run tomorrow. So that's what I'm working on. The
Well,
last part.
good. Good deal. Yeah, did you hear? I tweeted out this morning. I know they had a big announcement, a big change over at Cornerstone. Adam Miller, who has been their CEO, is now going to be co-chairman of the board. And then Phil Saunders is going to be the new CEO effective, I believe he said June 15th. So
Yeah.
congratulations to all involved. We've actually known both of them quite a while. So really, really big news.
Yeah, and congratulations to them. And yeah, great job by Adam. What a great legacy, and best of luck
Absolutely.
to Phil. And I do want to try to get Phil on the show, either the work break or the happy hour at some point, because he's a super guy, really interesting guy.
We should. And although this is absolutely not a sponsored thing, this is just sincere from the heart. So, for anybody listening, one of the really cool things that Cornerstone has been doing during this time of the pandemic is you can go on their website and they have opened up literally thousands of courses for free. And they have a whole section, for example, just for like K through 12 educators, because, a lot of teachers aren't really trained to do what they're being asked to do now. So just things like that. I thought that was really helpful that Cornerstone had done. Even had the example of they have some courses on there that might help elderly parents understand how to take care of themselves during a time of crisis like this. So again, great free resources for anybody out there, and share it with your family, your friends. It doesn't have to be HR related at all, or your company related. So
Yeah,
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 they're doing great things.
absolutely.
So what's going on today? I admit though, before you tell me what's going on with you, is I am so sleepy. I feel like my whole life is just off. I am waking up at 3:30 or 4 in the morning. I can't go back to sleep. I'm trying to do, trying to find a routine, but then I think the routine I'm in is not conducive to sleep or something. So that by this time of the day, I'm exhausted. Like,
Yeah, we're
how do you
definitely
feel?
I'm definitely agreeing with you in terms of we're in peak. I don't really understand the schedule anymore. I don't really understand what day it is.
I was just gonna say, what day is this?
You pinged me a few minutes ago. Oh, let's try to get together to do a work break if we can. And I'm thinking, man, where did the day go? Like the day's kind of over,
Yeah.
and I'm not even really sure what happened. I know I've been busy all day, and you know what happened today as well. And I know you were on some of these in and out, at least on some of them.
Yeah.
Today felt like peak virtual event day, right? And in
It's been a big
fact,
day.
right. And I'll even go back to last night. I'll give a little plug to something I already did. I guess I can't plug something I already did, but last night I was up very late. I was a speaker at the HR Tech Fest Connect event that's run by HRM Asia out of Singapore, which is the Singapore sort of division of HR Tech, for lack of a better way to describe it.
Right.
They're much like all events, right? The Singapore HR event, which would have been this week or last week, or maybe
Would have
this week,
been last week. Yeah.
we would have been out in Singapore doing that event. We couldn't go, of course. And so I was one of the speakers in their sort of pivot to virtual event, which was great. And I had a great time doing it. But I think I spoke at like 10 o'clock last night. That was because it's Singapore time, right?
Well, it's live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did it
So
live at 10 o'clock last night. So I'm thrown off by that a little bit too. But it was super fun. And thanks to the folks at HRM Asia for having me. But then today was virtual event and briefing and calls. And just it felt like all day long was something going on.
well, I can give you a positive. At least you're not jet lagged doing it. We're usually halfway around the world at this time of year. So can I do show and tell? Maybe we
Please.
can have some show and tell every day. So my show and tell today, because actually this time last year I had just flown from the Singapore event over to Shanghai for HR Tech China, which as of now for this year has been postponed till September 2nd and 3rd. However, I went to Disneyland in Shanghai, so I have where is it?
Yes.
My puzzle. I have not done. It is It's a 1,000-piece puzzle.
That is a lot of pieces.
I don't think I'm gonna be. We'll see. I will try really hard to do it.
Well, that's a telling show and tell, Trish, because Shanghai Disney reopened yesterday after being closed. Yes, it did. Okay. After being closed for 2 or 3 months during the pandemic, reopened yesterday. Okay. Sold out crowds. They did limit capacity to maybe 25 or 30% of their normal capacity, but was sold out. And there's some really good pictures online for kind of the first day back at Shanghai Disney. So, hey, anything that to me that signals a step or two towards kind of getting back to things being open, being able to do things, being able hopefully to travel again. I hope we can go back to China, for the event in September. I'm looking forward to that as well. So Shanghai Disney's back open. So
I know, but you know what? I will give a plug because we are actually planning virtual components for HR Tech China. I'm the chairperson of that event, and I really, it's such a good time, and to be able to share that virtually with everyone, I think would be amazing too. So it's a really different event. Obviously, approaches to work, approaches to recruitment are different in Asia Pacific, and so it's very much tailored toward that. But with global companies having hires there, I will tell you an example. I remember when I was working at a PR firm in HR, and I was over some of the offices in China at the time. And, again, not just a time difference, but it was also just a cultural difference in how you speak with people and what's acceptable and all of those things. And, there wasn't a lot at the time on how to sort of prepare for that and how to really consider making sure that you're not just sort of here in the US putting out some blanket policy that's, just randomly applied across the globe. I will say, I'm really excited that there are events and ways to hear best practices and what other people are doing in terms of being able to apply that to your own workplace. So those things are always good.
Yeah, it's a great, I've loved everything I've ever had to do with our friends in China. I've gone there. I started going there in 2015 to help plan the first HR Tech China. And Shanghai is my favorite place to visit in the world. So but not just because it's a fun thing to do, which it is. I've come to appreciate just it's really eye-opening, right? And I think exposure to different cultures, different ways of working, different norms. It's just.
Can I tell you what I miss? You'll probably we'll see what kind of reaction you go. I miss being able to walk through Yew Garden and then come out of Yew Garden, and there are like all the different little stalls where you can have different kinds of food, and getting the durian fruit made into bread. Do you remember that?
I do. Yeah.
It was you and Jason Averbook and Stacey Harris and a couple other people, and Cecile Alper-LaRue, I think, was with us. It just took off. So if you are listening to this or you listen to the replay, tweet at me. Let me know, have you ever had durian fruit? And if so, can you stand to eat it, smell it? That's the one where it's like known as one of the stinkiest fruits. Like they won't even allow it on airplanes but there's something genetic that certain people either find it extremely appealing, like me. It sort of, to me, is like a pineapple-y scent. Yeah. But to everyone else, or the majority of the population, says it's like a cross between like garlic and gym socks and other things that are not good. Yeah.
I remember eating it. I don't remember it being awful. I'm not sure I loved it, but it didn't bother me too much. And Oh, I miss all the food over there. So hopefully we'll get back over there and have a chance to do that again. So, and even the Singapore event, like we transitioned to a virtual event in Singapore. That event has also been rescheduled, the real in-person event for later in the fall. It's also in September. I think towards the end of September, I want to say. And I'm really hopeful that by then we'll be able to get back over there. And as Americans, we'll be able to travel there without being quarantined for 2 weeks or a month while we get there. We'll see what happens.
I could be quarantined for 2 weeks over there. I don't mind.
Believe me, I'm ready to go right now.
So as we wrap up the episode, what are you doing for fun lately? Anything new? I've heard, a lot of people are running and walking and walks in the park. Is there anything different that you're doing this week that maybe you've added to the arsenal or something you're thinking about?
Yeah. Probably nothing new yet. I'm actually going to order some new supplies for the home office because this thing is dragging on and on and on. And so we talked earlier about some of the lighting stuff maybe that I could improve on to get a better look. So I'm going to do some home office. And I think that's what I'm going to go for. Still trying to keep super active, and I'm working on my basketball game too.
Okay.
I'm trying to get back to
I would
shape.
love, so for the listeners, let us know if you've kind of perfected your work from home lighting. I just feel like, and maybe it's because I do it in different rooms, even this, just doing the work break. Sometimes I'm in my kitchen, sometimes I'm here in my living room where it's a little bit darker. What are you finding are like the best solutions? I have a ring light. It seems like it gives quite a glare. I don't know, it could be the glasses too. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about that. I'm also, I need, what? Okay, so for show and tell tomorrow, I don't know how I'd get it though. I don't have them here. I gave them to my mother. But you know how the other day I told you I was going to learn how to make paper flowers?
Yes.
I'll at least come prepared with a picture. I made paper flowers, like huge paper flowers for my mother, and she loved them. She thought they were great, and they were so easy. So they were dahlias, like the dinner plate dahlias, really big. And my next project for me is going to be to make roses. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe between now and tomorrow's work break, I will attempt to make a
Nice.
paper rose. We'll see if I can get it.
All right. That sounds good. I will think of something to do. I do have a show and tell, but we'll save it for the next show. I want to talk about my hat maybe tomorrow on the show.
All right. Give us a little sneak peek. What's on the hat?
It's a hat from a new baseball team, the Kannapolis Cannonballers.
Where are they from? Well,
let's save that as our cliffhanger for tomorrow's show.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I've really never heard of that before.
Exactly.
I also love that I have to get so close to the screen. All right, everyone, have a great afternoon, or if you're seeing this tomorrow, have a great work break in the morning. We will see you back here tomorrow. Let us know how you're all doing, and hi to everyone who's commented.
And we'll try to take a break earlier in the day tomorrow.
We will absolutely take a break earlier in the day. And yeah, keep the comments coming in. I love them. We had a couple, during today's episode, and we always get a lot afterwards. So they're just really fun. So tell us how you're doing, what you're up to.
All right. Keep it safe.
All right. Bye-bye.